Now we've got this bad down. I'm going to re-plug it in. Because it might just chip the electrics. You never know. So that's what we're going to do. It's been a few years. It's been 4 years. It's not been ran. So it needs to be shifted on now. So that's what my intention is to do. That's intensive. That's delicate. Wait, is that quick wash up? Is that plate warming? No. Right, let's get it hooked up. Right, put this on a test run on the looks to be intensive. Just need to make sure that you know, in 4 years the heater hasn't gone basically, which can happen. Well, the dishwasher appears to be fully working. Nice and warm. Anyway, let's test this. So, I'm going to show the washer later on in the video. Hopefully that might work as well. But these are basically chucked out. I think the guy, whoever chucked them out, was just basically doing the kitchen. He's chucked this out, the washer out, the fridge out, and the freezer out. Well, weirdly, I think the fridge and freezers went to auction and then didn't sell. That was a bit this time, when you could just, you know, you would have got more in the auction for these. Still, come on. You had good reason to chuck it out. Bad. That sounds like a fan, believe it or not. I'm definitely going to go with lower. Like hot straight away. Wow. Yeah. Interesting. They're room for 10 minutes, well 20 minutes, so 10 minutes on each. Gonna warm this place up. Now let's test this. It's another Indesit EWD 71482. Or is it 71452? I can't remember. It's a my time. Over my time. Exactly the same model as the one on Bosch because it's got the Eco 4060 on it as well. From auction. But it's got no kick plate. It didn't come with a kick plate this time. And, even more weirdly, I took a punt on it. I took a punt on 2 machines because actually I wanted another one of the machines, which is later on in this video at some point of this testing video. You'll see it. But that's what I did once, and then this was going and nobody wanted it. And bearing in mind I hadn't even walked in, spun the drum or anything, I was like, I would have had no idea if the drum was okay. But to my surprise, I've got it, brought it back, and it's fine. And even more to my surprise, it was my time, and then I was quite surprised it's the up-to-date 2022 one. So yeah, we've got a machine that's like 2 years old, not 5. Right. That's one of the auctions. One of the other auction I use, unfortunately, I have missed out on a Hisense I wanted. Just because it went, but when I say I missed out, I was bidding, sort of. I didn't bid at all. Yeah, no, it got to it and it started off so high, I thought this is ridiculous. For a, like, the machine would have gone for cheaper on Facebook than it did in the auction. It went for £130, but you've got to then put the commission on top of that. That's 20%. That's another £26, that's £156, and if you've been bidding online as well, it's another 3.6% on top of that. So if they've been doing that, it's 160 quid for a used machine that isn't guaranteed at all, in any way, shape or form. There's also a Bosch Series 4 WAN 228280 that I wanted in that auction, and I was bidding on it, and I think it got to like 45, and I thought at that point I might as well just, I thought better off leaving it. I'm not exactly, you know, I'm after bargains half the time. Some of the machines are obviously for the channel, I get that, like the Hisense. The Hisense was for the channel, but I was not going to pay 150 quid. No way, Jose. I had planned, I think I planned to pay about half of that, that's in fact, so I would have probably got about 60 or 70 quid on bids. In fact, it went for 130. Joe! But it wasn't just that one, they all kind of went for quite, you know, the other auction I go to, sometimes usually they go for really cheap, because for the last 3 months, in fact, I missed out on January's one completely, and they all went for like £5. Oh, gutted. In fact, the previous one, it was, you know, that bad in terms of bids, that I have got 4 fridges for free from the auctions, because it just didn't sell. But that's me taking a risk, because of course, like I say, they are not guaranteed to work. People put them in auctions and you have no idea if they work. So I do pay a little bit more than I would do if it was from a, if it was broken, say, but I'm going to end up paying a lot less than what I would do if it was from, well no, I'm going to be honest, like, if I was going to say less than but if used from Facebook. But to be honest, yeah, I'd rather do my own assessments, and that's the great thing about me going to these auctions. There's 17 different appliances there. I can go through them and I can spot stuff that it might need doing to it. Like this is a kick plate. No biggie, I've got 100 million spares, but because it's got no kick plate, people don't want it. So this wouldn't have sold. If I had not bidded, I bought it for the start bid. So if that didn't happen, it would have just been either sent back to the seller, or the vendor as they call them, or scrapped. Alright, in a minute I'm going to get a couple of towels, quickly test. The suspension looks fine, I'm going to put a couple of towels in. There's nothing in the filter, by the way. But does seem awfully slow. Could be because this is too low down, because this is quite long. Possibly. Maybe. Right. Yeah, so full whack. I'll see the problem with it. Cool. I'll get some washing in a minute. Right, let's take a look at this then. It's an LG direct drive F1256 QD. Nothing in the filter, completely clear. Right. Door seal, completely clean. Programs seem to run a bit like the first generation of LG. That will be on my washing machine TV Pro channel soon, which dates from about 2002, 3, something like that. So like Quick here, Cotton Quick, it doesn't have the dashers, it doesn't weigh the load. And interestingly, it's got blanket 60, 195. And also 60, 1 hour 40, 95, 3 hours 10. Surely that's a lot longer than the other ones, which they are. It's also got white. Baby care, boiling care, bio care. This time it's called white. Yeah. Right, quick rinse and spin. Interestingly, as well, this was in the last week's auction, and then in this week's auction there was the exact same model in. I feel like whoever put it in had 2 of these and put them both in, but the other one had much more mould in this time, and sold for a lot more money. Everything sold for a lot more money. I've not done that right. Why is that not tightening up properly? Took it out, and now it won't tighten back properly. Why? Why? Well, we're running this time, so what that's doing now, I'm just going to show you another one. Where are we? Get them out for after. And get another machine in. been a while since I've done any testing. It's been a while since I've actually repaired anything. Just too busy. Come on, Charlie, let's go. So, what I'm going to do in a minute is get this Bosch in. Right, should work. I'm going to put it on, obviously, 90. And test the suspension basically, because it's mouldy as per usual. But we've also got this. So whenever I go to auctions, there's usually a reason why. There's usually one or two or a couple of machines in, and then I will purposely end up bidding on the other machines if they just end up going cheap. So for example, that LG that we've just seen, no real interest in it for the channel, but because this was in it, I bidded on it. Yeah. A Hoover Performer 1100, which I thought was cool enough, and then I realised it's a washer dryer. However, there is this green marking on it, which means it's likely it doesn't work. Not that anybody usually knows that. But it's pretty more obvious, because if I turn a drum, oh my god, yeah, can you hear that? Right, I suspect that's the motor doing that, and the motor is absolutely raz. And the only reason why I know that is because the Hoover Quattro I had, remember years ago, that pretty much was the same, and the motor was absolutely ragged on it. So what I'm going to do is take the belt off, and then we'll quickly spin the drum again and see what happens. Yeah, I think that LG's fine. Right, we'll shove these two towels in. And we'll get it going. Stereo drive! Where's the brake? Now, let's take a look at the Aquatech WFP 3201. This is my second one. I've still got my other one. Still irking about. Can't see why this won't work. It does work on spin and drain. Because I tested in the actual, I plugged it into while it's at the auction, so we'll do that. That's starting to warm up. That's getting quite hot. I think this is on cooldown. That's actually getting towards 60 already. I've got a heat shield. And now I'm 30. Is that drop time? Sure. Alright, so we're kind of pre-programming this up, and at the minute the water level with nothing getting on a cotton's program, the first rinse is about 85 mil, so we're going to change it all around, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to do some more testing as well. I'm going to get this dryer out first, put it on to dry, see what happens, make sure it doesn't trip. If it doesn't, install it on, stuff like that. And 60 mil should go to. Yeah. Test something out as well. So right, so that's in there. Some drain now. Right. Wait till it goes on to the next rinse. So, yes. Being set basically to only have 2 rinses, but with high water levels. Let's retest this. It's been 4 years, 3 years, so obviously I want to sell it on, so how good is it? run for about half an hour. It might just trip the electric. If that goes off, that's the problem. It's working. Tell you what, this motor doesn't have, I wouldn't say scream, but it doesn't sound like it's screaming. It's just noisy. Yep, still stone cold. Leave it on. So I reckon we're stone cold on a 90 cycle. 30 minutes, 40 minutes in. Might explain why we've got so much mould. So that needs a heater. So while I'm at it, I'll just put the heater in. I might as well. I think the heater's on the front of these Bosches. So while I'm at it, I might as well take the door seal off. See what the suspension's like as well. Because obviously a lot of the time they're gone. Sometimes you usually get one that's still alright actually. It's looking like the pump is cycling on and off, it's just us looking. Although it was draining pipe poor before. I think that's the first time I've seen an LG Suzzlock. I wonder if it's either something in the sump or the eco ball's just not working properly. If it has an eco ball. Maybe, because it's still stone cold. The whole machine's stone cold. It's definitely not eating. Oh. So what I'm going to do is rapid advance it now, because to be honest, it's pointless me washing in cold. And the other thing is, it might just continue forever to a degree. So we're only 2 minutes off anyway. No, someone's got out of balance. Well, level before. Oh, I'm pretty sure that one's also chucked itself out as well. So it's locking like crazy. I'm not doing anything to time lock. As if that helps. I find it funny actually, because the LG really is physically like not level anymore. It was when it started, but it's funny how when it speeds up, it just kind of sits there. The Indesit will just carry on moving the faster it goes. The Bosch will just go nowhere. Suspension on that's not too bad actually. It's not brilliant. It's nearly 25 years old. But they seem to be working fine. That's bouncing off that. That's why it sounds terrible. See? Now that's stopped, that's fine. Actually, that's pretty good. That's alright, actually. That just needs balancing up, but that's actually fine as well. It didn't sizzle up then. Still gonna double check it, because it seems bizarre that it was draining. Maybe it's just too soapy. That obviously sells up because it is too soapy. I haven't checked the filter on it though, so I've no idea if, say, the filter's fine. Right, so, believe it or not, we've actually got two problems. I think the bearings are going on this. Ooh. But, if you think, oh, well the motor must be fine then. Have a look at this. Go solid look. That's a shame. So not only have we got a semi-dead motor, we've got bad bearings too. I think this one is probably destined for the bin. Which is a bit of a shame really. Well, but I'm going to have a look. I think I may possibly have a spare motor. Because I'm trying to think how many Quattros I've stripped down. I'm sure I've done 2, not 1. I've had 4 Quattros over the years and I've got 2 left. yeah, I've had that many AE Quattros over the years. So I'm wondering whether I've got a spare motor. I may do. May do. Because I'm just thinking. Or possibly the 6 motor might fit as well. Even though the bearings on that are gone as well. But I'm just thinking the bearings aren't horrendous. Is it worth putting on the motor, just kind of make it work and then, you know, do some filming out of it? Maybe. So quiet. Right, take a look at this then. One more for testing. It's an Indesit G75C. Part of the Evolution. Oh, not a proper Evolution. Okay, don't get me started in the comments. But it was out when the Evolution range was out, but this didn't have a range name, so Evolution range it is. Right, the filter's not too, the condenser's not too bad. Let's look at that. Looks like a replacement actually, because look how white it is. Which wouldn't surprise me because it did rip quite badly. Right. Plugged in, ready to go. High heat, low heat, starts. But this doesn't have a heater light like the hot points. How was it in then? It was sort of there. Right, capacity's changing. It's not completely dead, it's still going. But we can hear it, it's going. So, put on a list of things to do. And we're heating though. Cool. I'd imagine, so what we're going to do now is just get some towels and put it in, but I think we're going to find that it might start struggling to tumble the towels. Right, so we put the towels in. Show you. Very nice. Dry. Right, just have a look at, so we know it look sound great. Ooh. It's the fan. What's interesting though is when you pick it up, when I pick the machine up, it's something's actually inside here rattling. Ting 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 ting. Might be the bell actually. Well, it's in. So there is a bit of a hum. We're not sure. When he attached everything back together, he may have put the hose in the wrong side on the door seal, so he's not sure if we've done it that wrong side up basically for the research jet. Research jet works, it's fine. But might have got the steam and the research wrong way around. Wrong order. You'll see this before this goes on the testing video, but yeah, we got it out first time in what 4 or 5 years? 4 years. So we're running a quick 40 sport to make sure the heater's fine. Yeah, wash. Heater on. Also, I need to adjust the time. That's not the current time. It's out by about a couple of hours actually. Quite a bit. Also, can you hear that noise? No, that's new. It's only been done since it's been installed for 4 years. It might go after the first load because it might be belt related. Might be typical. The belts kind of sit wrong once it's been moved about. You know, and it's been moved from one workshop to this one. So yeah. It might be fine after the first load. Right, so we have hit a small problem. Number one, it's full of bits. Number 2, that's on drain. To be fair, it feels like it's drained before because that's all warm. So it's drained from the main wash, perfectly fine, and that won't drain. At all. Got bits in it, and that's the problem. Bits. It's not drum spider or anything, it's, well, there is bits of it. Doesn't help. Oh, it's full of crud. But this is from the first owner's use. So yeah, weirdly, I just realised there's no drain hose on this. You pay £3,000, well, £2,500 and you don't get a drain hose. That's annoying. Now, come back. Now, see what happens now. The drain pump is coming on by itself. I think I've tripped the float switch. It's not coming up with any error codes. Yeah. Allow it to open the door, look. But, leave it. Evidences on this. See if it does it. Right, so we've still got problems with this. What I've done, I've tilted it forward, there was a load of water, and I think there's a bit of a float switch just below the pump. Right? But, when you put it onto any wash or rinse, it's doing this, it's going off, look, and then after about a minute, it will turn the drain pump back on, and it will not fill water. It will refuse to fill water. Look, if I put it on rinsing, drain is now on. Now it's going off. Hopefully it should fill water now. But it doesn't. It's redraining again. So I think the problem lies with the pressure switch. But remember when I first got it and it wouldn't stop filling with water basically? It would always fill too high and then error code out because it's overfilled. I think a bit of the opposite's now happening. Now, I think it's registering too high of a water level to a degree. So it won't let any in. I'm not entirely sure which way around to go. So what I'm going to do, unplug it. There's also a breather tube at the back which connects to the very top of the tub. So first off I'm going to blow through that, and I'm also going to blow through the pressure switch hose down and see if that kills it. Oh, there we go. going on? Hey, weird. What's going on? We'll try something else. See, now we've got another problem. It's now spinning with water on the final spin, and for some reason it can't drain it. Give me strength. Hopefully this will fill. So it's on skim detection mode at the minute, so it will want to filter a high level anyway. Except it's just filling with pre-wash. Oh, great. So now we've gone from a pressure switch that wouldn't shut off to a pressure switch that now won't sense. Oh no, wait. It's actually washing. Now it's filled from the main wash. There it is. So now the pre-wash level is now too high. Well, here's to clean the drum out. Pumps on, but you notice all them bits still hanging around, but there's far less bits than before. Basically obliterated all the bits. By the way, 95 is... yeah. We'll get me temp gun. So, according to that, we've got about 77-ish. Thing is, this laser doesn't actually properly work because it's supposed to be a laser and it's not working. Also, I've noticed that this is probably about 5 degrees out all the time, and washing machines never hit 95. Mostly because they don't need to. When you 95 something, what you're actually trying to do is sterilise something. And everything can be sterilised from 82 degrees once hold for 2 minutes. So yeah. Ugh. Jet's basically doing nothing right now. Yeah, it's on, but it can't reset anything. Yeah, it's so doing me nothing. It is starting to drain a little tiny bit now. But it's really struggling to get any sort of siphoning up. Because what's odd is I can blow down it and I can also suck it up with my own mouth. By the way, think that's dangerous? It's not, because that is basically liquid gunk and citric acid, and it's food grade citric acid. In other words, it's sherbet. But still, don't drink it. Ugh. It's a bit odd actually. With the pump on, I can't blow into it. I can't blow down. Wave it off. Bloody hell, get it somewhere now. Oh my god, it's the first time I've done that. And now the jet's starting to run clear. Gotta try something. Oh. And what's annoying is the fact that there's nothing there to stop it from not working. So why is it not working? Not more testing. This was thrown out. Last used on Cotton's 50, which is really surprising because every single time. So this was thrown out. When I say thrown out, it was ditched behind my workshop at the back. Right. Somebody knows I'm here. I don't know who's putting it here. It might be the church next door, possibly. But every time I get one, I'm convinced it's the same person because every single time, every single one is mould ridden like this. Right. Turning drum by hand, I reckon brushes. So let's turn it off. Put her in service mode. fill. So that's lock. And we fill him. Oh, another thing as well, we've got no lid. It did have a lid, but whoever's had it on has like sealed it on. Same with the back. All the tabs are broken. So it's like somebody's tried to repair it and completely smashed off the lid and trying to do so. So I've got so if this works, or works to a degree, it's fixable, I've then got to go find a lid anyway. I might have a spare, since I scrapped many Zanussi's of this age, you know, years ago. So all the valves are working. I think that's heat. No, it's not. It's stain, which this doesn't have. It goes off because there's another one there, and now it's on heat. And jet. If there was a jet, there's no jet. I'll just leave that on for a few seconds. Alright, just check the brushes. Ready? Brush is on the last bit, you can hear it arcing. So I'm going to put brushes in before we go any further. Just let it drain, I'm not going to let it get full speed spin. See, it's fine like that, can you hear? There's no arcing, but it wasn't under, say, under load, and that's quite normal. So in other words, let's try in 2. That's error code 13. 1, 2, 3, 13. Which I think is something to do with filling. Is that right? It's trying to remember all the codes. I know, so 40s is to do with door lock, 50s is motor, 60s is heater, 30s, 20s is filling, I think. So I think that one's to do with drain. Despite the filter being pretty much empty. And it's just drained absolutely perfect then as well. Right. There's no other codes, I don't think. Right. I'm going to check the brushes. It's a bit brushy on tumbling. I'm sure I've got some spare brushes somewhere. We'll sort this out later. Right. Have I turned this on? Because there's no lights at the minute. So yeah, it's a Bosch WFS 4030. Not too sure about the bearings. Apparently it's had a new belt not too long ago. Very bouncy suspension. That's not surprising actually. There's a little bit of mould. This is, yeah. Right, so I'm just I think I'll turn it on. Rather not. No. So if you wonder what it's doing, essentially it's the same kind of system as a Hoover Logic. So the Hoover Logic technically has an advancing dial, whereas this kind of does. It's kind of here. It's an indicator here. There's some things you can actually do with this. So we've got like delay start. We've also got pre-wash. That's it now. It's all. Oh, actually, you can change some things. I can't take the pre-wash off now. So as daft it seems, you can select spin only this way round. So I'll advance it off, so it goes to 0. There we go, door. Then that means door unlocking, and then that will go solid green I think once it's unlocked. Right, anyway, select 95, I'm going to select the short program, I'm going to select high water level, nothing else. If I was to press start now, what it will do, it will advance to main wash automatically and start washing from there. Because look, if I go here, can you see? It will come up with spins there, look. And then you've got rinses and spin, and then drain only. But you don't technically, apart from drain only, you technically don't need to do it. Oh, come on! Yeah, a drum light. Which only appeared on this. I don't know anything else that has. Well, just might take that back actually. No. WFF didn't have it. Right. And now I've spun that drum a bit more. Yeah, the bearings are gone. Right, 95. So if I hold start now, it will automatically advance. So it's filled up. It started tumbling, but you can hear a faint buzz. I think. Right. it's filled up with cold first, and now it's trying to fill with hot. But this is attached to the hot and the cold main line. And I think the hot valve is basically broken, so it won't fill. Right, I'm gonna, if I do this, right, I'm gonna get some water and manually fill it up. Hopefully that buzzing will go off then. Right, I filled the wash up to the door. It's still buzzing, no idea why then. But if it heats, which it is, see? Right, it's going to run 95 on this Sanusi. The brushes obviously still work to a degree. So put some cleaner in it, citric acid in. Also going to do, so it had an E13, which is a draining fault. The draining fault is draining when it's not supposed to, which suggests either it's leaking water. This isn't it. I just poured that into that, or siphoning, we usually call that as well. Indesit. That's just on. So part of my testing is, you know, stuff got to come out smelling clean before I end up using the machine. Indesit isn't doing that. So what I do is I put a blower wash on, then put a load in, put a blower wash on, and put a load in if I need to. The mix of the both should shift any crud that's built up around it, say. Look at that! It's boiling hot. It spans quite a bit as well, so. This is heating. We're probably only at about 40 at the minute. So, I'm quite a fair way off. Mm, 60. It's still hot. Yeah. That's the first time it's drained. So I'm not entirely sure why it's there. Possibly because, has it cut? Not sure. Not sure why. Took a while to drain. Got it. Might be more. Right. Apparently this isn't washing well. So, let's take a look then. So, first things first, it's got that, which is horribly falling off. This thing stinks to high heavens. It's not brilliant, but it should work. So yeah, this was my family friend does all my pat testing, all my electrical work, and all. Not the plumbing, you will do plumbing. And built all the walls. Anyway, it's his daughter's dishwasher. She had a hot point. Don't know what happened to that, it just disappeared. She had a hot point like the black one I had, but in white. Then this came along. Oh, she had it very long. Apparently, it just doesn't wash properly. So anyway, what happened was that then he took back a Bosch Classics that you've seen on my channel before, did a review. They plugged that in, and then that tripped the electric. So that's now back as well. So at some point you'll see that again. Yeah, I think the heater's probably blown on that. It's not been used for 12 months. And then they've taken the Beko, the basic Beko dishwasher I had. That's fully working. So yeah, I'll put a tab in. There you go. Yeah, the bones are gone on this. So yeah, just turn that off. They're slightly gone, the drum bearings. If we do get them changed, we'll do the filter after, take it out, get done at some point. Oh, and because the suspension's so bouncy, I'll get them changed as well automatic. Right. So look at this, bit of this. Actually, a bit better. I'm getting there. But I could do with taking off the door seal, I think. Soak that next. Get it back on. Find this. This is just knocking. There's no heat in it. I don't know if it's in like pre-wash mode or whatever, pre-rinse mode. So leave it running for a while. It's heating. It's fine.